pure gold. JP's hype's like a roaring crowd. Ray Sean's in sight, it's game plan proud. Tim's playbook twist makes the world rewind. Heather's hot takes always blow your mind. Feel the hits in the grind, the clock's tick-tock, every moment alive. Every yard we start, from the field to the screen, heartbeats collide. It's a Monday blitz, buckle up for the ride. It's game night, lights burning bright, passes take flight, sparks ignite. We break it down, the magic unfolds. This is football fever, pure gold. Here are your captains, you're in your domain. JP, Ray, Sean, Tim, and Heather Rain. No flags, no fouls, just fiery debates, turning whistles and plays into your escape. Here are your captains, you're in their domain. JP, Ray, Sean, Tim, and Heather Rain. No flags, no fouls, just fiery debates, turning whistles and plays into your escape. Oh, it's game night, lights burning bright, passes take flight, sparks ignite. We break it down, the magic unfolds. This is football fever, pure gold. It's Gary's hype's like a roaring crowd. Ray Sean's inside, it's game plan proud. Tim's playbook twist makes the world rewind. Heather's hot takes always blow your mind. Feel the hits and the grind, the clock's tick-tock, every moment alive, every moment alive. Every yard we start, from the field to the screen, heartbeats collide. It's a Monday blitz, buckle up for the ride. Here are your captains, you're in their domain. JP, Ray, Sean, Tim, and Heather Rain. No flags, no fouls, just fiery debates, turning whistles and plays into your escape.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to the show. Tim was talking still, so I had to wait until he was done. We were talking about bowling and, you know, what games we watched and stuff. So my voice is still a little wonky, so please bear with me. I've been yelling at Wendy all day ever since she got home. So give me a second. Let me get a cough drop here. Not a cough drop, but God damn it. All right.
A goddamn a drop.
With me, I do have Heather here, but she's not in here right now. She is getting Wendy some ice cream, and then Wendy is going to take a shower. But we will try to drag... There's some stuff to talk about. We will try to drag out the conversation. There's a betting conversation that I had actually listened to the other day. Pat McAfee had talked about it on his show. But let's get into the games this week. The Patriots beat the Jets 27-14. It's the Jets. Yeah, I picked the Patriots. Look, the Patriots are playing. They don't. Who do they play? Who have they played? Have they played the Bills yet?
Yes, they did. They beat the Bills.
They played once. Yeah.
But
they beat them.
I'm listening.
They beat them 27-24 on Sunday Night Football.
Okay, so again, yes, they won. Was that in New England?
No, it was in Buffalo.
Okay. Well, I think Buffalo's found their way.
They're getting in the groove, yes.
Yes. So the Patriots, I don't know how tough their schedule has been. Now, again, I'm going to preface this. It is the NFL. They're all professionals. They are, 8-2 now?
9-2.
9-2. So
Yep.
they haven't had a bye yet?
No, they have a late bye this year, like week 14.
Okay. So I'm not buying into the Patriots. I don't think they're the best team in the NFL. I don't think they're the best team in the AFC. I think they lose to the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs would probably kill the Patriots.
The way they going, I don't think so.
Playoffs.
Again, look, the Chiefs still have everybody. The Chiefs are playing. The Broncos have gotten better. The Chargers have gotten better. Every team that they have played has gotten better. The Chiefs have a tough schedule. The Patriots do not. The Patriots are playing the teams that finished last in their division, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And those teams that they played last year all suck this year, right? The Patriots have gotten better, but I don't think they're that much better than the teams that are actually in the playoff hunt. Yes, the Patriots are probably going to finish over 500, but they haven't even hit their tough part of their schedule yet.
Well, one, they will finish over 500. I mean, already go with that. 9 and 2, they're guaranteed to finish over 500.
Sure, whatever you just said. I didn't hear what you just said. Say it again.
They're guaranteed to finish over 500.
But okay, that's fine.
Yeah, no, that's all I'm saying.
But
you said they'll probably.
Do you think they're going to win 6? Do you think they're going to win? How many more games do you expect them to win? In reality,
Let's see. They got the
Probably 2 more games.
Jets. I'd say at least 3 more games they'll win.
Who do you think they're beating?
The Bengals.
I don't know if they're better than I don't know, man.
Well, part of it is Jamar Chase is out this week.
Is that who the Patriots play?
Yes.
Well, they do have T. Higgins.
Yes, but
I'm just saying, man.
They get the Jets and the Dolphins again also.
The Dolphins have been playing well.
I think the Dolphins will beat the Patriots, but I think the Patriots have a better chance of defeating the Giants and the Jets before the end of the season.
And they do play the Giants too. So
I would say the Giants have the let me tell you something. I watched that game Sunday, and the Giants are not a 2-8 team. I'm telling you right fucking now. They kicked the shit out of the fucking Eagles. They gave the Packers a run for they did. 34-17. They beat them. They were up like 34-10 at one point, I think. So they've beaten some good teams. They've played well. Defensively, they are really good. Offensively, if they have Jackson Dart, they are not a 2-8 team. The Giants are better than what their record indicates. You can say I'm wrong, but I'm not. Because I watched them play against the Packers, and they had the Packers flustered. Now, granted, Green Bay doesn't have all their weapons, but what weapons they did have, Packers were dropping balls, but they played well. They controlled the clock. They ran the ball well. They were able to throw it when they needed to. I'm not counting. If I would pick the Giants over the Patriots.
Nah.
I'm telling you.
Not.
I am telling you. I am market.
I find the Patriots to be more completed than the Giants.
Nope. I can tell you right now, I honestly think the Giants are a better team than what they have played. They have been playing a tough schedule. The teams that, if you look at who they have played, they played the Packers. They played the Eagles twice. They beat the Eagles once. Almost beat the Packers. They beat the Commanders. Who are their 2 wins against? Let me look.
Well, you said it. The Eagles and Commanders.
Okay. But they've been in almost every game they played in. There's a couple where they haven't played well. But every team goes through that. The Patriots, I just don't buy them because of the roster that they have. It's the same roster it was last year. It's not that much better than it was this year. The teams that they are beating are teams that they should beat if they have gotten better. Now, again, the Patriots have gotten better. I don't think that they are much better than they were last year. They just are beating teams. They beat teams they shouldn't have beaten. They shouldn't have beat the Bills. The Bills should not have lost that game.
The Bills have lost a lot of games they shouldn't have lost.
Let me see. Let me pull up the Patriots schedule here. I'm pulling it up. Let me see.
Probably the 2 losses they have. They lost week 1 to the Raiders.
They've beaten the Bengals. They lost to the Seahawks.
They haven't played the Bengals yet.
Yeah, they did.
I think they played the Browns.
Yeah, that was last year. Just give me a second. There we go. They lost to the Raiders. They lost to the Steelers. They beat the Dolphins by 6, 33-27. They beat the
Miami.
Panthers. They beat the Panthers, but the Panthers, I think if they were to play the Panthers now, I think the Panthers would probably give them a run for their money.
Even the Panthers got better this season.
Yes, the Patriots beat the Bills. They beat the Saints. Everybody's beating the Saints. The Patriots beat the Titans. Everybody's beating the Titans. The Patriots beat the Browns. Everybody's beating the Browns. Yes, the Packers lost to the Browns, but I still think the Packers should have won that game. They just didn't fucking make plays when they should have. They barely beat the Falcons. They barely beat the Buccaneers. They beat the Jets. So they've won close games. They haven't really beaten anybody soundly except for the Browns and the Panthers. Now, I'm not saying the Patriots are bad. I'm just saying they aren't as good as everybody thinks. That's all I'm saying.
And the Giants been losing their games close to like...
They've lost close games. To
right.
Better,
whether it's a field goal. They lost by field goal pointage. Maybe a score.
Here, let me pull it up. I'll pull it up.
Heard.
All right, they lost to the Commanders when the Commanders were healthy and had Jaden Daniels, 21-6. They played well, but they gave up some late scores. The Cowboys beat the Giants. They just can't score 40 points. Like I said, the Chiefs beat them 22-9, but from what I seen, that they were in that game until the end. They lost to the Chargers, who were one of the better teams in the AFC, by 3 points. They lost to the Saints 26-14, probably because they didn't fucking show up. They kicked the shit out of the Eagles 34-17, lost to the Broncos by 1, 33-32. Then the Eagles beat the Giants 38-20, which is probably what the Eagles should have beat them by the last time they played them. They lost to the 49ers 34-24, who was a 7-3 team or 7-4 team. They lost to the Bears 24-20 on a last second touchdown. And then they lost to the Packers on a last second touchdown. No. So they've been in games. When the Patriots have lost, they've lost.
So that just means that the Giants' offense has gotten better and the defense is
But they
still
haven't.
lacking.
But they haven't been bad all year. Offensively,
No.
they've been in games. They scored
Yeah,
32.
I
They
agree.
scored 32 points against the Broncos, who has the best defense in the NFL right at this very moment.
Yes, you could easily flip flop them in the Eagles defense.
No. Broncos by
No.
far have the better defense.
No, and for a while the Browns had what was considered the best defense also. In the
They have a
NFL.
good defense, they just don't have a fucking offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they fucking... We'll talk about that fucking clown when the time fucking comes.
Which clown? There's a lot of
Yeah,
them.
which clown?
I'll get to it.
All right.
The Dolphins beat the Commanders 16-13. The Commanders are on a free fall. They don't have Jaden Daniels, and that's hurting them. Jaden Daniels, they're showing you that Jaden Daniels probably should have been the number one pick in the draft
Yeah.
last year. All right. No, it's just my
Notifications.
well, it's my student, my counselor
Oh. Okay. Yep.
he's sending me graduation stuff.
Okay.
Congrats.
Thank you. The Packers beat the Giants 27-20. I watched this game, and this is why I'm telling you. You can sit here and say I don't think you're right.
I don't think you're right.
The Giants are good. Their record isn't indicative of how good they really are. They're just not finishing games. The Texans beat
Oh,
the
that's why you
Titans.
play 60 minutes.
Yeah, well, they did, but they just didn't make plays at the end. The team, so they're playing tough. The problem is the other team is making plays when they need to. If that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
That's what happens with the cheap and Broncos games.
Micah Parsons made a play when the Packers absolutely positively needed him to make a play. And he did. Which is why they got him. So Micah Parsons is doing what he's getting paid to do, but I wish he was more consistent. That's all I'm saying. The Texans beat the Titans 16-13. I didn't watch any of that one. The Panthers beat the Falcons 30-27 in overtime. The Bears snuck out a win against the Vikings 19-17. The Bears are in first place in the NFC North. I don't think it's going to last too much longer because they got to play the Eagles. They got to play the Packers. They got to play. They have a couple of five of their last 6 games are against or 5 of their last 7 games are against teams that made the playoffs last year and were considered are considered Super Bowl contenders.
I think Detroit's taking the North Division.
I don't think they are. I think Green Bay is gonna end up winning it. I really do.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
So we'll get to that. I'll get to that when we get to it. But I'm gonna tell you this. I don't think the Eagles are as good as everybody thinks.
They are not.
But we'll get there because I did watch that game, or some of it anyway. The Jaguars beat the Chargers 35-6. I don't know what's going on with Los Angeles right now. I don't know if they're going through injuries. Again, I haven't been paying attention to it. I've been more worried about finishing up school. The Bills beat the Buccaneers. Yes, the Buccaneers had a lead for a little bit, and then the Bills overtook them. Josh Allen's looking like Josh Allen should look. And the MVP that he was last year, he's looking like that guy again. The Steelers beat the Bengals 34-12. Aaron Rodgers might be out. He broke his wrist, from what I heard.
Yeah, I did not see the report for it, but I did hear the same rumor.
49ers.
Oh, I didn't even know it was a broken
Yeah,
wrist.
it's a
I
fracture.
thought it was like a hamstring. Okay.
No, it was his wrist. He fractured his wrist. It's his non-throwing wrist, but
Still can't play like that.
you can. You just it does.
It's uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable, and he's taking a hit on it is gonna make it. I think he's future. Like, he doesn't want to have a paralyzed hand by the time he retires. I would mind him sitting out probably a couple weeks, and then they get like a wrist brace that he whatever.
Actually, from NFL.com themselves, Steelers' Aaron Rodgers says playing through wrist injury more safety issue than pain tolerance.
Right. That's what I mean. It's more of a... The 49ers beat the Cardinals 41-22. The Rams beat the Seahawks 21-19. The Seahawks had a chance to win that game in the end. The Rams, I don't know what the hell they were doing, because they had that game. Every time I looked, it looked like the Rams were dominating.
I think they shot themselves in the foot a lot.
The Broncos beat the Chiefs 22-19. The Ravens beat the Browns 23-16. The Browns were beating them for a while, and then I think the Ravens said, "Fuck this shit, we're done. We're done fucking around."
Yeah.
The Eagles, and now here's we get to this. The Eagles beat the Lions 16-9.
I mean, the defense beat the Lions 16-9. That offense, I don't know what's going on with the Eagles offense, but it is not looking like a Super Bowl contender team right now. Jalen Hurts really needs to get better. He just this hot and cold quarterback.
He has been cold
He
the
is.
last 2 weeks. 14 out of 20
Yes.
for 135 yards.
A lot of teams though is going to like run over that offense the way he's hot and cold.
So here's a problem that I have. This is why I say I think the Eagles might be cooked this year. They have 3 first-round picks. Well, A.J. Brown was a second-round pick, but they have 2 first-round picks. Two of those 3 receivers are superstars. Their tight end is one of the top tight ends in the league. They have the best running back in the league. They have, and I'm throwing air quotes up here, they have the supposed best quarterback in the league in Jalen Hurts. They should not be only scoring 16 points if they are that good. I don't want to hear how prolific this offense is when they only put up a total of, and I'm going to be honest with you, Detroit's defense is not that good. The only thing they have is a pass rush. Their run defense is atrocious. Their pass defense is atrocious. So,
And the defense gave up so many opportunities for the Eagles to score.
the Lions
Big.
outgained the Eagles and only scored 9 points. So I don't want to hear how the Lions are the best team in the NFL when they're another supposed one of the best quarterbacks in the leagues goes 14 out of 37 for 255 yards, throws a touchdown and a pick. I don't think, I mean, yes, Green Bay lost to Philadelphia, but I think if Green Bay played Philadelphia and Green Bay had all of their weapons, I think Green Bay probably would have kicked the shit out of Philadelphia. I don't think Philadelphia is as good as everybody thinks they are. And Rayshawn, I'm not saying this because you're a fan of them. I am observing. What I'm observing is I'm observing a team that thinks they're just going to coast through the season. They're going to get beat in the playoffs, and they might get beat in the first round if they are not careful. They had better wake up, because I don't care what you have on your fucking roster. If you play like this, you're not beating anybody.
It's so easy to say, like, oh, it's the offensive coordinator and blah, blah, blah. But the coordinator is not on that field at the end of the day.
I don't think it's the coordinator. I think it's the players.
Yeah, right. Receivers is not being open as much. That the fucking the linemen's is just falling apart.
So another issue that I have been hearing the last couple of weeks is AJ Brown is displeased with how much he's getting the ball.
Yes, but he been target. I think he was targeted 7 or 9 times, but he only did like 43 yards.
Okay, but again,
they fed him the ball.
They have not. They have not been feeding him the ball. You look.
No. I know they haven't, but I'm saying this game alone, they fed him the ball.
Yeah.
And still didn't get nowhere with that.
That's because the Lions. Here's the thing. The receiving yards isn't the problem. The receiving yards, it's how they're covering. It's what they're giving. So the Eagles are a team, they're going to take what's given. So if it's short, and it's short. I don't think there was maybe a couple of passes to him that were downfield, but they were, and this was on Jalen Hurts. He's throwing. He's not leading his receiver. He's just throwing the ball.
It's like
that is
general
true.
direction.
It's not good. And Jalen Hurts, it's a Jalen Hurts problem. Jalen Hurts is buying into the fact that he thinks he's that fucking good, and he's not. He is helped by you take AJ Brown, you take away Dallas Goedert, and you take away Devontae Smith and Saquon Barkley, and Jalen Hurts is just another guy playing quarterback. Just saying. That's what
his first year, he didn't have AJ. He only had Devontae Smith. I don't even think Dallas Goedert was there then.
No, he had AJ Brown.
No,
he didn't. Not his first year. He had Devontae Smith.
It was Alshon Jeffrey his first year, I believe.
So the thing is, Alshon Jeffrey was a really good receiver.
He was.
He had Devontae Smith. He had Nelson Aguilar. All of these guys.
Aguilar. Yes.
Bunch of guys. He had like 4 guys that were first-round picks as receivers his first year. And he did not look comfortable. He needs superstars around him, or he's not that good. The Eagles really weren't that good until they got Saquon Barkley. They were able to then run the ball. So,
I think Boston Scott was okay.
Okay.
He was serviceable.
But he is no Saquon Barkley.
No.
Oh, well, yeah, of course not.
Okay. That's my point. He is no Saquon Barkley. But 16-9, supposed one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. 2, prolific offenses, and they both put up a total of 25 points. Green Bay and Philadelphia. I think Green Bay, Philadelphia, and two, it was windy. Again, the weather had an adverse effect, and I will give them that. But they're supposed to be two teams that are well coached. They look like they were piss poor coached, prepared for this game. That is the problem with both teams. Green Bay looked better this week, and I think they'll look better in weeks to come because they're going to start getting, like, Jaden Reed will be back. Once Jaden Reed comes back, Green Bay will have their full arsenal of receivers, and then they're going to be able to really do what they want to do, minus with Tucker Kraft. Once Tucker Kraft comes back, I think Green Bay will probably be the best team in football on offense. Defensively, they need to get better. Even though they do have one of the better defenses, they need a couple of pieces on the back end. Like one piece. And I think they may have found that one piece. They moved Javon Bullard from safety to corner. So that has really, and he looked really good the last couple of weeks. So I think they're going to figure out that he might be the future at corner, which is probably why they didn't go out and get a corner. And they did trade. And if that's the case, I will eat my fucking words and hope to God that that is what they are banking on. Because that's what I think they're banking on.
I think Buffalo and Dallas got a better offensive core than Green Bay.
What? Say what? Wait. What? Say that again.
You think Dallas has a better offensive core than Green Bay?
Offensive coordinator?
No,
Core.
like a core. Like
Well, here's the right now, yeah, because Dallas is healthy on the offense. Once Green Bay gets all their pieces back, I think Green Bay has a better offense. Both Green Bay and Dallas have great play callers on their. I hear a lot of Matt LaFleur is too conservative. Well, he kind of has to be because he's missing a couple of key pieces and he's trying to find a way to make things work. So he has to run the ball a little bit more to help his offense until his offense catches up to what they need to do. Once they get healthy, I think he's going to open the playbook and Green Bay is just going to take off. I really do. And that's not just me being a homer. That is what I am seeing. And I've heard people say it. Once they get all of their pieces back, they will open up the playbook and you'll probably see. I mean, Jordan Love is Christian Watson has. I don't know if they put stickum on his hands, but those catches that he was making Sunday, he was dropping those two last year and the year before last. So he has gotten way better at strengthening his hands and securing that ball. Once they get all their pieces back, I think Green Bay is hands down the better team. And then Dallas beat Las Vegas 33-16. Las Vegas, they're trying to find their way.
they're trying to find a way to find their way.
Las Vegas. What's that?
I was like, they're trying to find a way to find their way. That's how bad they are.
It's a new head coach, and I know Pete Carroll's won a Super Bowl. He's been to a couple of them. But the thing is it's just one of those things that they just don't have Geno Smith doesn't have the receiver. He's got the running back. He's young. I think he was taken way too high, in my opinion. They're going to figure it out. They just need a couple of pieces. Once they get those pieces, and I've been saying this about teams, You can draft, you can go out and get Aaron Rodgers, but if you don't have the pieces of guys, look at Aaron Rodgers. He has one receiver, and that is what's his name? DK Metcalf. After that, they have a bunch of guys off the street. You can't win with that. You can't. That's why Green Bay struggled winning games after they made it to the Super Bowl and Jordy Nelson left and Greg Jennings left and James Jones left. They only had Devontae Adams and nobody following him. They didn't have that guy that they could go to because Devontae Adams was being double and triple teamed. So they had to find the pieces. They got the pieces. Devontae Adams leaves. Green Bay moves on. Green Bay actually has a great receiving core. They'll get better. The Raiders will get better. It's just right now they're trying to find their way. Defensively, they might need to find their way too. They have one guy. Again, one guy isn't going to fucking win you a game. It takes 53 men. I've been saying that ever since I started this show with Coop and Heather and Bobbit and you, Rayshawn, when you joined. I've been saying that you can't just win with one guy on one side of the ball. You have to win with 53. If you don't win with 53, you don't win. So that's where I stand. And that was essentially week 11. Any referee issues before we go into the next thing?
None that I caught.
I mean, I will say this right now. Referees need to figure out their, again, penalties, man. I can't enough. There was one call in the game with the Eagles and the Lions.
I was actually trying to think
They
back.
called pass interference. That wasn't pass interference. Both of them were hand fighting.
You talking about like close to the red zone?
No. There was I think it was the Eagles game where the ball was thrown and AJ Brown acted like he was being pulled.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
When he was pushing off at the same time.
Yes.
And they called pass interference on the defensive back from Detroit. Terrible call.
Apparently AJ Brown has done that move already.
He does it all the fucking time. Go ahead, Tim.
It's not just AJ Brown. Just about every wide receiver does it in the league. The problem is twofold. Threefold, actually. One, the NFL wants more points, so they will almost always call defensive pass interference. Two, you got these guys moving a million miles an hour and you only see so much. And three, they don't want to let these calls be reviewed, because that would solve a lot of the problem. Where if you could review them and the referees would be willing to take the loss on it and be like, I missed the call, we're going to reverse it. Wasn't a call, or was offensive pass interference, but they don't want to. That's the biggest problem. Part of it is they're like, well, we've made it this far, we're at the highest level in this sport, we are supposedly perfect.
So
they're not.
I think I will make this. So the argument that they want more points is getting old to me. I get it, but it's being used as an excuse. And I'm not saying you're using that excuse. That argument is being used as an excuse to excuse them for... it's excusing these referees for making these terrible calls. You can have your arms extended. You can't lean into somebody and then push away like AJ Brown did. You can do this, and I can't turn my camera on. Here, I'll So I see a lot of receivers do this. If you see this,
they're arm barring him out of the way.
Let's say I'm running along here and there's a corner right here alongside me and he does this. That is offensive pass interference by rule. You cannot extend your arms. Now, as long as your arms are extended at the time, so you can feel where the guy is, you can't keep him from getting to you or keep him from the ball, but you can reach out and see if somebody's there. If you show intent where you're just forcibly pushing the guy off of you, it's pass interference. AJ Brown he does this thing, and then he pushes the guy. His arms are extended, but then he pushes the guy and then does this and acts like he's been pulled. And he gets away with it every single time. More often
A lot of receivers get away with it every single time, not just AJ Brown.
AJ Brown is the most guilty of doing it. CD Lamb. I don't see CD Lamb do it. I don't see who's another one. Davante Adams. He doesn't need to fucking do it. Davante Adams to me is still the best receiver in the NFL. He gets open. He gets open with his legs. One of the best route runners I have ever fucking seen play the game. Name me one that's better. I can't find anybody.
In the league right now, probably not.
DK Metcalf does it. He's another one that's guilty of it. Do you want to know where them two went to school?
Bama?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
The SEC.
So, no, just Ole Miss. I don't see Devontae Smith do it. Devontae Smith, my legs are way more than than Devontae Smith does. Devontae Smith is a scrawny little shit. He is.
That could run a route.
He's fast. I wouldn't say he can run a route. He's fast. He's not a bad route runner, but he's definitely not one of the best. AJ Brown, DK Metcalf are two guys in the NFL that I see get away with that all the time because they're big and strong.
Yeah. Usually the guys who are bigger.
But you can see them doing it and they don't call it. The only offensive pass interference I ever see is the illegal pick play. That rule needs to fucking go. And I'll tell you why. If an offensive player runs into a defensive player, they always say, doesn't the defensive player have right to that position? But doesn't an offensive player have the right to that position, right to that spot as well? I mean, it's this intent or the what do you call it, Tim? You're a referee.
Spirit of the rule?
I think they're missing the spirit of the rule. I think the only way players can get open is by illegally picking anymore. And they do it all the time. I've seen legal picks not get called that probably should have been illegal picks, Every time you hear that legal pick bullshit, it's just saying, oh, well, he didn't do it this time, so they didn't throw the flag. Defensive players are getting better. Defensive players like Carrington Valentine, the physical receivers. I'll use who's the kid from? He gets called for Sauce Gardner. He is very physical with receivers, and he does it every single time. Which is why he's considered one of the best, because you can't call pass interference on him all the fucking time. Another one that I really gets annoying to me is when a receiver runs into a defensive back and they call illegal contact on the defensive guy. Get the fuck out of here. That is just
Right.
that is just terrible. Because if that's the case, all the receiver has to do is run to the defensive back, bump into him, and he's going to get a call. It's unfair.
How many yards is that?
5. It's 5 yards.
What?
Illegal contact. You can't,
Yeah, it's
you
a
can't
5.
touch a receiver after 5 yards.
No, I know. It's a 5-yard penalty and automatic first down.
No, I don't care about the penalty. There's a buffer. The defense.
Oh, I thought Rachel was asking what the penalty yardage was.
We know what the penalty is. The buffer for
It's supposed to be within 5 yards.
You have to touch the receiver. You can't touch the receiver after 5 yards. In college, you can touch the receiver all the fucking time. You can. There is no illegal contact. There is none.
Mm-hmm.
You can touch it. If you touch
Oh,
a receiver after 5 yards, it is a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down. Terrible.
I don't like
is
that
a
rule.
Horrible fucking rule. Get rid of it.
It was put in 06 by Bill Polian on competition committee.
Yeah, because now Bill Polian, wasn't he the Indianapolis Colts owner?
Yep.
You know why?
His wide receivers.
You know why? It's because he
Because
had
his
Peyton
wide
Manning as a
receivers were getting-
quarterback. He had Peyton Manning as a quarterback.
And his wide receivers were getting beaten the crap out of by the Patriots defensive backs
Good.
in the playoffs.
Good.
And they didn't like it. So they changed the rules and they ruined football. I'm right. They
I'm
ruined
not saying
football
you're
because
wrong.
of the rule.
I'm not saying I'm boo-hoo. I don't care. Fix it. Figure it out.
Oh, just get rid of the fucking rule. That's all.
Just don't run at the defensive back, you dumbass. What are you running to the defensive back for? Your whole point is to get open, not run to a defensive back. I don't understand it.
Yeah, but part of the problem is the offensive guy will intentionally run into the defensive guy and still get the defensive pass interference. So, yeah.
No, you're good, man. I'm with you 100%. I think it's a terrible rule.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. Bill Polian isn't there anymore. Get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Peyton Manning isn't even in the league anymore.
I don't think Peyton Manning really even cared about the fucking rule. He's just really good at understanding the rules. That's all he was good at. Peyton Manning, to me, is the best quarterback that ever played the game. If not the smartest quarterback to ever play the game. That guy, if he played for New England, I don't think New England never would have not won a Super Bowl. I'm just saying. That's how good he was. The mind of Bill Belichick and Peyton Manning together proved me wrong.
No, they would have won Super Bowls.
Oh, they would have won more than Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. So I'm telling you. I'm not saying Tom Brady was bad, but imagine you have essentially an offensive coordinator on the field seeing what is going on, you don't need Mike or Josh McDaniel or fucking whoever you had as your offensive coordinator. You only need Peyton Manning. Give him $50 million a year and just let him fling the ball all over the place. And he would run the. Guy was so good, so smart.
This is a quarterback that also tricked the fuck out of the cameras.
He was so good. Tom Brady was good within a system. Peyton Manning could probably walk up to Bill Belichick and say, "Hey, I'm telling you right now, if we run this, we will score every single fucking time." I think they probably would have scored 50 points a game if because they had a really good system there. Peyton Manning could play in that system better than Tom Brady could. Now, again, I'm not saying Tom Brady wasn't good because he proved it. But
Right.
I think Peyton Manning was better at the position than Tom Brady was. There was a reason Peyton Manning went number 1 and Tom Brady went in the 6th round. Peyton Manning just didn't get the help that he needed, or he probably would have been where Tom Brady was.
He would have surpassed where Brady was, I think.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong, Tim.
You're wrong. Brady won more Super Bowls.
I know that. Don't know shit. I get all that. I'm just saying he didn't have the coaching. He didn't have the coaching staff. He didn't have the defense. He didn't have the offensive firepower. Well, he did.
He had the offensive firepower. Especially,
go ahead.
Especially in the in the middle of his career, he had the offensive firepower.
Right.
Marvin Harrison.
When Peyton Manning won his Super Bowl with Indianapolis, they were already scoring 40 fucking points a game, but they were giving up 41 sometimes. They were losing games. Yeah. They were Dallas in a nutshell, but they would score more. They could score. If a team scored 40, they'd score 41 or 42. You couldn't stop Indianapolis's defense there for the longest time. New England could because they had the defense. Mm-hmm. Put Peyton Manning on New England with that defense and Bill Belichick, I guarantee it. We'd probably be talking about New England having 7, 8 Super Bowls. I'm not saying Tom Brady wasn't good. Not as good as Peyton Manning at playing the position.
Yeah, I don't think anybody will argue with that.
Tim is. Fuck Super Bowl.
No, I'm just doing it to trigger you.
Oh, no, but fuck Super Bowl. Super Bowls ain't the end-all, be-all. I mean, look at when Pittsburgh got good. They had a defense. They could compete with New England. They had an offense that mirrored what New England could do. Then it was New England and Pittsburgh there for a little bit. Green Bay won a Super Bowl in there in 2010, and then when Tom Brady left New England, the defense was becoming bad. They didn't have the players that they once did. He ends up going to Tampa Bay, where he has 3 receivers. Rob Gronkowski comes and plays for him. He has an offensive line, and they have a defense. if Tom Brady never won a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, I think his legacy would have been tarnished. And honestly, it proves my point that I don't think Tom Brady could have played in any other system than what he was used to. Because Tampa Bay had to change what they were doing to fit Tom Brady because he couldn't do what Tampa Bay and Bruce Arians wanted to do.
Interesting.
Just saying. It was look deep, but we're going to throw it short. You put Aaron Rodgers in that Tampa Bay, Jesus, I don't think they would have lost the game.
Yeah, because he had more. Who was on that team?
I think Aaron
Chris
Rodgers,
Godwin,
I think
Mike Evans.
Yeah, he had what's his name? I can't even think of his name anymore. I don't give a fuck.
Devontae Adams?
No, not Aaron Rodgers. He had Mike Evans and Godwin.
Mike Evans,
and
Godwin, yeah.
He had that offensive line was really good. But Aaron Rodgers, I think, is better than Tom Brady. Better thrower of the football. I watched both of them play for years. Aaron Rodgers can play in any system, and he's proven it. He's gone to New York, where he tried making a team better, but good God, their offensive line was atrocious. There was a reason why he got hurt his first year in New York is because their offensive line is a sieve. And then he goes to Pittsburgh, and they actually look decent on offense. But I think they're in a division where Baltimore's going to end up winning it. I don't think Aaron Rodgers will win another Super Bowl. And that's a shame because I think he is one of the best. He's a top 3 guy. And I'll say it's Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, and Tom Brady. Yes, he's won the most Super Bowls. Congratulations. That doesn't make you the best ever. You are not the GOAT, Tom. Not Tom.
A lot of people always say Dan Marino is.
Not in my opinion. Now, I'm in the minority, but I will debate. Find me a better thrower of the football. Find me a guy who played with less and did more than Aaron Rodgers did. He made the players around him better. Tom Brady played within a system. And had
Ben Roethlisberger.
Ben Roethlisberger he's up there. He's probably top 10. He's nowhere near those 3 though. He's good. He's a serviceable quarterback, but he's nowhere near those 3. If I was to, it's for me. Top 5 of all time. It's Joe Montana, Dan Marino. Well, let me rephrase that. John Elway, Dan Marino, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Peyton Manning. Just outside is who I had at 5. That's the way I see it. Joe Montana won 4 or 5 Super Bowls. And then John Elway was a better thrower of the football than Joe Montana was. And then you got Tom Brady, who won 7 Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
But it was within a system.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Aaron Rodgers, who is probably, and people have said it, and I'm not the only one that has said it, is the most pure thrower of a football. Took care of the football, and the only reason he never threw interceptions is he threw. I said it last week. When receivers don't run the right route or don't run their route, he's just going to throw it at their feet. Here, catch this, jackass. Now run your fucking route right. And you might get the ball. And then Peyton Manning. There's just offensive coordinator on the field. And Aaron Rodgers is up there with Peyton Manning when it comes to knowing a play, what to call. Because you could tell Aaron Rodgers could probably, if he had the reins and didn't have a play caller, he could have probably called a game on the field. Probably not as good as Peyton.
No.
Probably not as good as Peyton. Now, right now, you're probably your best quarterbacks in the NFL, and it's top three. Well, top two, because it's arguable. Jalen Hurts is probably 5. He's good, but he isn't as good as everybody thinks he is. Jordan Love is 4. And then you have Lamar Jackson is right now, he's the epitome. Him and Josh Allen are the epitome of what football is going to become.
Yes. They are the evolution.
You watch these kids in college, and they are the exact same. The era of the pocket passer
It's
dying. You're going to see a lot of quarterbacks coming out of the pocket, and it is going to be impossible for defenses. You had better be able to run a 4.2 40 if you're going to catch these guys, because sacks are going to be very minimal, because they're just going to be rolling outside. They're either going to run or throw. And now you've got to defend 2 things. Run or throw.
Mm-hmm.
That's where football is going. And I'm here for it, because I didn't like Lamar Jackson when he came out of college. And I am a huge critic, and I've told Heather this. I take everything back I have ever said about him, because he has evolved into that guy where he was the 32nd pick in the draft. I think he was the 32nd pick in the draft. And I'm like, why are you wasting? And he comes out, and 2 years later, he wins an MVP. I'm like, what the? Where did this come from? Because he didn't do that in college. Like, he was doing this.
With the sidearm flick.
He was flicking the ball, and it looked good. But whoever is the quarterback's coach in Baltimore needs to get an offensive coordinator's job. He needs to climb that ladder quick, because that guy's good. Thoughts?
No.
You guys can throw it out there.
I'm good. I'm good.
Right, sure, because I still have to get Wendy into bed.
Okay. Well, we haven't even got to the picks yet.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, go put her in bed. I can, because I wanted to talk about one more thing.
So we're going to talk about that one more thing while I get her in bed.
So, betting.
Yes, the congressional.
So, I've been watching a lot of C-SPAN. Congress is getting involved. There was a bill put on the floor about sports betting. These anytime touchdown or the over-unders on this or that, the little side bets that DraftKings does, they are trying to regulate them.
Oh, because of a lot of it's because of the
what happened with basketball, but
and the baseball one too.
But people are getting sick and fucking tired, and I am a huge advocate for it. I think it is horrible for the sport, for side betting on how many yards Devontae Adams is going to get over under these many yards. And it's going to ruin fantasy football, and I'm here for it, because fuck fantasy football too. I think fantasy football is a waste of time. It has made the sports... I've said it before. It has made the sport seem skewed to me. because pundits are, I see it on fucking shows and pre-game shows where and the power rankings. I'm gonna base this off of this. How many yards Devontae Adams is gonna get in a game? You're gonna base it off of fantasy points.
That'll make sense.
How fucking dumb do you have to fucking be to skew anything off of fantasy points or bets? Come on. Let's be real. Get back. I remember when you could bet on football and it was just -3, this team +3, right? This team -8. That's it. There was nothing else to it. Yeah, sure, there was the over-under bullshit. But that's just how I feel. I'm glad they got, I had to shut the camera off. I'm glad they've gotten rid of it personally, and I'm here for it. Or trying to regulate it. It needs to be regulated. It is getting out of fucking control. Thoughts?
I'm glad that they regulating it, because me personally, I don't.
They put a bill on the floor to get it, to regulate it. Doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Right. Well, they trying to fix something. I'm against sports betting because it takes away from the game. And also, I know a lot of football fans in particular, we like to point out the refs' wrong calls or whatever the ref is doing out the ordinary. And I think that has something to do with that too. I think they sports betting, the refs are sports betting against teams and players. They might not call some.
Yeah, that really doesn't happen as often as people say it does. Refs betting on
I agree with him. It doesn't happen as much as you think it does.
It's people. One part of it is the Tim Donaghy scandal from the NBA was what made people think that happened a lot. But the other part of it is the reason why sports betting is so prevalent is partly because it gets people to watch games that they normally wouldn't watch also.
And that's fine. But if that's the only reason they're watching, then they're watching for the wrong fucking reasons.
Yeah. Again, I don't have a problem with sports betting. Just that. But because for the longest time, Rayshawn, the NFL wouldn't even allow their officials to enter the city of Las Vegas. Until they put a team in Vegas, they wouldn't let them go into the city of Vegas. They actually had rules against them entering there.
I mean, you could bet anywhere.
That's how it is now. For years, you couldn't just bet anywhere. For years, you could only go into a sports book or a casino, and Vegas was really where the only sports books were.
Vegas, or an Indian reservation.
Exactly. And the NFL had rules that
and for
the officials could not go into Vegas whatsoever.
Right.
That makes sense.
For the longest time, you couldn't gamble in Wisconsin, and you could in the Indian reservations. You could not gamble. You couldn't. They weren't allowed. They had to get a license. They had to do something. They had to pass a law in the state of Wisconsin, even on an Indian reservation, for them to allow gambling.
Yep.
We don't have casinos here in Wisconsin. The only place that we have them is on the Indian reservations. Or land that Indians or the Native Americans have bought.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we are with that.
Yeah.
Up in the Wisconsin Dells, the Ho-Chunk Nation has land up there, and they are allowed to have casinos. So for the longest time, you weren't allowed to do that. Down in Dubuque, where I work, there's 3 casinos down there. Iowa, you can gamble. Before, you couldn't. They didn't. Like, they had a Greyhound Park.
A dog racing park?
Dog racing park, which they don't have anymore, which I'm kind of... I actually went to a dog racing place. Actually, it's fun. I never gambled. I've never gambled a day in my life. But, we're talking about the sports betting stuff. That was they're trying to regulate it, which they need to. And the regulation that they're doing, and I don't mind the -3 because it gives me an idea of who is favored, who should win, who shouldn't. That's what I look at the spreads for. I don't look at them to gamble.
Not with money anyway.
No. I might gamble with a sexual favor from Heather. But I don't. That's where I stand with the.
It needed to be done because it was getting to the point that it was starting to ruin all of sports, in my opinion.
Yeah. So nothing's been passed yet, but there was a bill put on the floor and I don't know if it passed or not. I'd have to look, but so. That's where we are with that. There'll be more on that. I'm looking forward to actually...
once we know for sure if they passed it or not, we will speak on it more clearly.
But I do know that there was something about putting a bill on the floor for that. And that's hopefully...
NFL
it's all sports. It's all sports. And it stems from the basketball thing with the basketball players. So they're just like, you know what? We're not just going to stop it at NBA. We're going to do it NFL, we're going to do it with college, we're going to do it with baseball, we're going to do it with everything.
Yep.
Because you can't have that. And, gambling betting is ruining the sport to an extent for me.
There was a bill also put on the floor in Wisconsin itself for for the sports betting. It's been pulled until 2026.
Yes, because it won't pass.
No.
Yeah, it was the it wasn't just because of the basketball, it was also the baseball scandal. Let's see some baseball.
It's just it needs to happen everywhere. It
really does.
It's something's got to be done with it. All right. So I'm going to go through the rankings again. Now this next week, I am done with school, so now I can actually sit down and do my stuff. But I'm going to...
I went off of ESPN for the power rankings again.
So we'll look at the power rankings, and I will get us off of...
Very top one. There you go.
At 32...
Not much has shifted at the lower
is the
ends.
Titans, 31 is the Raiders, 30 is the Jets, 29 is the Browns, 28 is the Giants, 27 is the Saints, 26 is the Falcons, 25 is the Commanders, 24 is Cardinals, 23 is the Bengals, 22 is the Dolphins, 21 is the Cowboys, 20 is the Vikings, 19 is the Texans, 16 is the Panthers, 17 is the Jaguars, 16 is the Steelers, 15 is the Ravens, 14 is the Chargers, 13 is the Chiefs, 12 are the Bears, Packers are at 11. I still think they're better than the Buccaneers. I think they're better than the 49ers. I think they're better than the Lions. I think they're better than the Seahawks. Those are the next 4 teams. The Buccaneers at 10, the 49ers at 9, Lions at 8, Seahawks at 7. The Bills at 6, and this is where I'm wholeheartedly going to disagree. The Broncos at 5.
They should be higher.
I think they should be 2. The Colts at 4, the Patriots at 3. Again, I don't think so. The Eagles at 2. I don't think so. Maybe 3. And the Rams at 1. I can buy the Rams because they've been playing really good football. So that's where the rankings are this week. Like I said, next week I'll have my rankings where I'm actually going to be able to sit down and actually do something with it.
Right.
Now I can focus on that instead of worrying about whether or not I'm going to finish my assignment because I hate fucking writing. Done doing that shit. All right. Unless Dominic asked me to fucking write something for him. All right. Week 12. Tomorrow night's game. The Bills at the Texans.
I'm going Bills.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Bills
Buffalo.
too. I'm going to go Bills. Texans have been playing well. They have one of the best defenses in the league, but I think the Bills have found their way. The Colts at the Chiefs.
I think the Colts have the Chiefs number.
I think the Chiefs are going to kill them.
I agree with Heather. I'm going with
I'm going to go
Indianapolis.
Chiefs, but I may change that.
Seahawks at Titans.
Seahawks.
I agree.
Seahawks.
Seahawks. Oh, and I didn't even do the...
You can do that after we do the picks.
I'll put them up there now. You got to do the adding thing.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh, I didn't really have time.
That's all right. Vikings at Packers. I'm gonna go with the Packers. I think they're finally gonna figure their stuff out.
I'm going to go Packers because I don't like dome teams outdoors.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to go with Packers.
Yeah, the Vikings. I mean, they can run the ball, but I don't know, man. I just don't trust the Vikings at all right now. The Jets at the Ravens. Come on.
Come on. Next question.
Do I? Baltimore.
So here's
Baltimore.
an interesting game. The Giants at the Lions. We're going to see if the Giants are what I think they are.
I had to go back for this one and debate between the two.
Because I don't know how good the Lions... I mean, the Lions are good,
I don't know if
but
they're
I don't
good
think
enough.
they're better than the Packers. And the difference is in this one is it's at home for the Lions. But it's not going to be a blowout. It's not going to be some 42-9 game unless the Giants just decide not to show up.
Right.
I think it'll probably be like 30-20.
I was thinking 16-19.
No, I think the Lions are going to score. It's whether or not the Giants can keep up. And I don't think they can, but they aren't going to get blown out of the fucking water like everybody thinks. Like, I can tell you right now, I don't think any of these games, and I have not seen the spread. I have yet to find a game, maybe the Ravens and Jets, it might be double digit.
That might be a double. Let me look.
What do you mean double digit? What do you mean?
Double digit
11.
spread.
Oh, okay.
For all you bettors out there. But I'm going to go with the Lions.
Agreed.
Just,
Ravens are favored by 11.5.
There you go.
So there you go.
Tim
Oh.
gets his pick.
Tim.
Baltimore.
no.
Wait, that one? Detroit. Or at some places you get it for 13.5 also.
Yeah.
The Ravens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't need the outlook on all that. The Steelers at the Bears.
This is going to be an interesting.
I'm going with the
game.
Bears.
I'm going with the Steelers. Here's the thing. The Bears have played absolutely fucking nobody. And I'm not saying that, again, they are playing against other professionals and they're winning games, which is fine, which makes them look good, but they haven't played anybody with a winning record except for the teams that they've lost to. Every team that they have played that they have lost to have either had winning records or better records than they do.
I think you're right. I can't remember who they all played.
Well, you could say the same thing about Kansas City. Every team they've lost to has a winning record and is a playoff team.
So they lost to the Vikings, who has a losing record. They got destroyed by the Lions, 52-21. They beat the Cowboys.
No, I'm just making an argument. That's all.
Let me finish. Let me get through this. They beat the Cowboys 31-14. They barely beat the Raiders, who were 2-8. They barely beat the Commanders, who were 3-8. They beat the Saints, who are under 500. The Ravens kicked the shit out of the Bears. They barely beat the Bengals 47-42, who have a losing record. They beat the Giants, who have a losing record, although the Giants had them beat. Giants didn't finish. The Bears just made a play. And they barely beat the Vikings. So, again, I tell, and this is, look, the Bears have won their games. I'm not saying that they haven't. But come on. You're barely beating teams that are bad. That's not good. You haven't played anybody yet. Once you start playing teams like the Ravens, are you going to be able to stop their offense from putting up 30 to 40 points? Let me know.
It just might.
Well, this week is that team. Because I think that, again, I think that they have... There we go. We have... Oh, fuck. You fucking asshole. Oh, my God. Just give me a second. It keeps fucking resetting on me. Alright, there we go. So they're playing the Steelers. Yes, Aaron Rodgers is out, but they still have a good offense. It's still not a bad offense. They did just put up 34 points. And Mason Rudolph didn't look bad. So he's one of those guys that can fill in when needed. He's like Malik Willis.
Yeah.
He can fill in and he knows the system. The Patriots at the Bengals.
Well, Tim didn't give his
Oh,
advice.
I'm sorry. Steelers at the Bears, Tim.
Under no Steelers on that one.
Patriots at the Bengals.
I want to go with the Patriots. Is Joe Burrow still out?
Yeah, he's out for the year, I think, isn't he?
I think so, yeah.
He's been practicing, but he's still on IR.
Okay. So he's expected to come back. This is still
I'm gonna just go with the Patriots.
this is still a pretty good offense. Yes, they aren't going to have Jamar Chase, but still a pretty good offense. T. Higgins, not bad. They have a couple other receivers. They have a running back. They can put up points. The Patriots, again, show me who you've beaten besides the Bills. Not saying the Bills are bad, but you got to be more consistent. Not just barely beating the Dolphins or the Jets. That's not going to get it done for me.
No.
I'm gonna go with the Patriots, but they're not gonna win by much.
I'm going New England.
The Browns at the Raiders.
Damn. Give me the Raiders.
The first 1-20 wins this game.
Yeah.
I'm going Browns. The defense is a little better.
I agree. First 1-20 wins this game.
And with how many times Shedeur Sanders got fucking sacked.
Shit! Oh my God. That's what I wanted to talk about. That kid is terrible. There's a reason.
Oh,
he
you
was
just realized
taken
that?
in the 5th fucking round. Horrible. This kid. Everybody's like, "Ah!" The crowd fucking erupted like it was John Cena coming out to fucking wrestle fucking Sheamus.
Sacked 4 fucking
Sacked
times.
4 fucking times, threw 3 interceptions, had 4 completions. 3 of those went to the other team. Don't give me a line of shit that this kid is any good. He's not. He sucks. He's terrible. He's a waste of time. Next.
Mm-hmm.
I
Drop
don't
the
want to
mic on him.
hear. Oh, I hate that. Cleveland Browns are just racist. Terrible. That's their fucking general manager is a black guy. How can that team be racist? He's the one that drafted him. Get the fuck out of here.
Racist.
Fucking clown ass motherfucking people. Anyway,
Nah.
Jaguars at the Cardinals. I'm going with the Jags.
Yeah.
Who is it?
I'm taking.
Jaguars at the Cardinals.
Travis Hunter's out too, right?
What?
Travis Hunter's out with an injury, right?
Yeah.
I'm going with Jaguars.
They still have more weapons than the Cardinals do.
Yes, they do.
Eagles at the Cowboys.
Oh, buddy. We all taking Eagles, right?
Nope.
Heather?
I did take the Eagles. However, I would not be surprised if the Cowboys did win this one.
I'm going to go Eagles for now. That may change.
Tim? No change.
So,
Tim, I picked the Patriots. Oh, boy.
with how the Eagles have been playing, and as prolific as Dallas's offense is, the Eagles better score more than fucking 16 points.
Yep.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Now,
They
they
head into a dangerous
going
game.
up against a bad defense. But again,
Yeah, but if the offense don't do nothing, then it's just a waste.
Yep. So who are you taking?
I'm taking the Eagles, but this is one of those games where the Eagles better score more than 16 fucking points and better not fucking come out flat because they will get beat. Because it's in Dallas. So it's not,
Oh, yeah, it's Kelly Green.
There's not going to be any weather for fucking excuses for Philadelphia this week. If they come out and play horrible on fucking offense, they are going to get beat. They are going to get beat.
You know, not Michael Parsons, excuse me. Dak Prescott, he is furious right now because he wanted to.
He has 2 really good receivers and they have a really good running back and they have a good tight end. Again, they have the pieces on offense and defense. They just suck because they can't stop a wet paper bag.
Damn.
The Falcons at the Saints.
Falcons at the Saints.
I'm going with the Falcons. Yeah, I'm going with the Falcons. The Buccaneers at the Rams.
Ooh.
I'm going Rams.
I'm going
Who's
loss
home?
number 2 for the Buccaneers. Well, it'll be loss number 4 for the Buccaneers.
Who are you going with, Rayshawn?
I was saying who's home? Is it west
The
to
Rams.
east or east to west?
It's Buccaneers.
Yeah, that
at
travel.
Rams.
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Ever since I brought up that travel bullshit, he's been saying. I mean, it is a thing. I'm not gonna fucking lie. It is honestly a thing. However, east to west is more difficult than west to east.
Yeah. That's for that reason I'm out.
Neither of them.
Neither
real
of
show.
them
Are good because you're sitting on a plane for fucking 4 hours.
Yeah.
Fucking. It's blah for me.
Turbulence.
Panthers at the 49ers.
I'm going Niners.
I am too, but it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be one of those games, and this is probably where the 49ers are probably 10-point favorites, and they shouldn't be because I don't think they're that good.
Honestly, I am going with the Panthers.
Okay. I mean, we each get a point and no matter what because of Bobbitt, and we will continue that trend as we go. But that is it for this week. You guys are doing D&D possibly. If not, they're probably going to do Baldur's Gate, I'm sure.
Either that or something else. We'll figure it out. It all depends on if everybody will be there or not.
So, do you guys have anything else you want to add?
I'm good.
You always
I'm good.
start thinking of something to add at the end. A thought, whatever. Heather, anything?
I'm glad to see that the Ravens are back on the winning track.
I don't think they're going to lose a game the rest of the year. I think.
They got the Packers
They might
in the
lose
last
to
game,
Packers.
so they got the Packers in the last game of regular season. So.
Second to last.
Second to last. That's right. It's game 17.
That we might stream that game
Sure.
as long as I'm not traveling that day, because I am back to being able to travel again. So, woohoo!
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Did the Ravens and Eagles ever face off?
They have in the
they
past.
They
Not
did
this
2
year,
years
though.
ago. They did 2 years ago, I think. They did last year.
Last year?
The
It was too far
beat them.
ago.
The Eagles beat them. The Ravens just looked flat all game. They just didn't show up to play. I think those kinds of games right there are the games that should be over in Europe. Is the games where they're premier matchups, not these fucking goddamn Dolphins versus the fucking Titans bullshit that we always fucking see.
Yeah.
You know it's bad when the info box for the London game says the Jaguars make their annual trip over
And that's
to
only because of the cons,
oh.
because they own the fucking stadium over there.
yeah, but it's like, can we send a good team?
I mean, the Jaguars aren't bad.
No, they're really not. Truth be
God.
told.
From now until fucking week 18, Ravens face the Steelers 4 more times.
What? They already played once. They only played twice a year.
Ravens and Steelers. This is week 17. Ravens and the Patriots. Ravens and the Bengals, they played them twice.
Yeah. That was play them twice. Yeah, that's
Ravens
it.
and the
That's next
Steelers.
week.
It's week 14.
Okay.
Ravens and the Bengals again.
Yeah. That's week we just talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. They only play them twice.
They've already played them once.
No, they didn't. Because if they haven't played, because they don't play them. They played the Browns twice. They haven't played the Steelers yet. At least I don't think they have. All right. Well, that being said, we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully Tuesday. If not, we'll see you on Wednesday. Unless Rayshawn says otherwise, because I mean you're back to work and everything, right?
Yeah, this week at work is very hectic. Events after events after events.
So I get it. So
closing in on the major holiday season with Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. So
Yep.
it's all good. All right. So with that said, we're gonna get out of here. I want to thank everybody for being here. Show support. Give us a like. Give us a thumbs up. Get the shout out. Shout it out to your friends. Shout it out on Twitter. Do what you can. Whatever. We'll see you guys next week. Right back here. I will have my rankings ready next week. You just have to remind me to do them. I'll do them I'll work on it this week. Everybody stay safe and be well, and we will talk to you later. Thanks for being here.
Bye.